Presentation 3 is an individual presentation and it is based on the report that will be handed in as part of this course. You do need to prepare a presentation outlining your report in a creative and an interesting way which involves the audience. With this presentation, you're also required to have a PowerPoint to support your talk. Presentation time for this talk is 5 minutes, so there is a little bit of detail that is required. Before we actually get into the details of it, you can have cue cards to help you with your presentation. Please be aware that if you read directly from the cue cards, that is actually poor presentation skills. The cue cards should be only used as a prompt to help you through your presentation. More importantly, you will find that the PowerPoint will help you with your presentation, and the points that are presented there should be your prompt as well. So in terms of what's required in the presentation, you do need to have an opening to capture the audience's attention. You may want to this time use some statistics, some startling facts, or it may be a question opening. So you can decide as to what you're going to use as part of your opening. The second thing you need to state the purpose of your presentation, and this is normally done to try and build rapport with the audience. The purpose covers the points of what is this presentation about. One point that I would actually suggest that you do include is maybe a slide that follows the opening to just cover what you're going to be the main points of the presentation. So you may state that you're going to talk about listening skills, the types of skills, listening skills, also the conclusion and the recommendations. The next thing you need to do is identify the key points from the report. Now, you do need to discuss these in context to the ABC company. Remember, the report is based on the ABC company and it's to do with their sales team. So you do need to actually do your presentation in context to the ABC company. The next thing you need to do is highlight the main points from your conclusion. So again, it's talking about the points that have been raised and the things that the company needs to consider when they are looking at either listening skills or body language. The next thing you need to consider is presenting the recommendations. Now, your recommendations is highlighting what are the main points that the ABC company needs to consider. So what I suggest is maybe come up with either 2 or 3 recommendations, something they can do immediately, something they can do in the short term, and it may be something they need to consider in the long term. The final thing you need to do is end the presentation with a cold closing. So it's really summarizing all the points that you've actually made in the presentation. You do need to use good visual quality, good quality visuals. My apologies, I'm talking back to front here. Not too many words on each slide. It's important to actually just have key points only. Be very careful not to have too much clutter on your slides. You do need to be persuasive. You do need to move confidently. Whether you do your presentation on video or whether you come to class to do the presentation, you do need to show that you're in control of the situation, which coincides with showing that you belong where you belong here and have a professional appearance. What I also suggest that you do is have a look at your report and look at the key points, because this presentation is based on your report. And because it's based on your report, you've got all the information there. It's actually just trying to highlight the main issues that need to be presented to the organisation.